to 315 is the support that can be kept as a stop loss.
Okay, got it. And let's take up another WhatsApp query. Prasad has written to us from Kuwait and he's asking if this is the right time to buy Persistent Systems. Now, Persistent Systems is, an IT software company that provides software services to various other companies. But the stock did see quite a bit of fluctuations in the recent past. It had a good run until December of 2024, but after that has been gradually and slowly declining on the charts. Plus, it also trades at a P ratio of above 60, which is relatively higher than its peers. Narendra, I'd like to know your view on this company, as well as if you could substantiate on how safe or prudent it is to invest in the IT space at the moment.
Yeah, currently we have a hold rating on this stock. So if the client is already having, then he can hold it. And if he wants to take in fresh position, so I think he should wait some more time, because the results were flattish. And currently, what we have been seeing in overall IT sector is that the overall sentiments are neutral, and somewhat investors are taking a pause before committing fresh funds to the sector, because the kind of outcomes expected on the US economy, especially after the new administration has taken over. So there has been uncertainties regarding the pickup in the overall business environment there. So right now he should wait somewhat before attempting an entry in the stock.
All right, thanks for that view. With that, we have our first caller on the show. Hi Ashok, good evening. Ashok, am I audible? I think we've lost the line there, but Ashok's query is with us. He's bought 100 shares of Adani Wilmer at 600 rupees, and he's looking for a long-term view on the counter. And currently, it's trading at 248. So, Narendra, what's your fundamental view on Adani Wilmer?
We do not have any coverage or recommendation on the stock right now.
All right. So, Rajesh, coming to you on the technical front, do you have any suggestions over there?
So as of now, the stock is in a consolidation mode. 235 can be kept as a stop loss, and once stock crosses 265, there can be a momentum which can push prices towards 300 levels. So as of now, 235 would be the stop loss. Can hold on to it.
Okay, got it. And now we, just a disclaimer, viewers, NDTV Profit is a subsidiary of AMG Media Networks, an Adani Group company. And let's go across to another WhatsApp query. K. Ghosh has written us on WhatsApp from Kolkata, and he holds 175 shares of Bajaj Housing Finance at 156 rupees a piece. Now, the stock was up close to 2.21% in trade today and is hovering around 117 levels. Has not done pretty bad in the past couple of months, but I'd like to take your view, Narendra, on Bajaj Housing Finance. How does the stock look like to you fundamentally?
Yeah, again, disclaimer, we do not have any recommendation on the stock. But yes, overall, if you talk about the business quality of the business is very good. The only question remains is about the valuations of the company. Previously, the valuations have been pretty rich, although the stock has shown somewhat correction, and the valuation will become largely attractive. But I think overall, a staggered investment would be advisable at these levels.
All right. Thanks for that view. With that, we have a query. Rengarajan has written to us from Madurai saying that he's bought 30 shares of Hyundai India at 1673, and he's not mentioned the time horizon or the technical view or the fundamental view, so I'd like to take both on it. Coming to you, Rajesh, on the technical front, Hyundai India, how is it faring on the charts?
So technically, we have limited data for this, but overall, the stock has also breached its previous low of 1610. So we expect further weakness in the near term. Possibly, the stock is headed towards 1530 to 1540 level. So exit on any bounce.
Right. And Narendra, on the fundamental aspect, the stock has declined, and there's a significant drop of 21% is what I can see from its initial public offering. So what do you have to say on this, aspect?
If you see past few months sales data, so you would definitely see that Hyundai has been losing its position and the market share in the market, and recently the Mahindra is performing really well. So that has been creating a short-term riskiness for the stock. So we have to see how soon the monthly sales data ramps up again for the company, and that would be the point wherein one can take a call on the stock.
Okay, got it. And now we have Munir. He's calling us from Chennai. Hi, Munir. Good evening.
Good evening, madam.
Please ask your question.
I just want to know the short-term outlook for Reliance Industries share.
Okay.
Is it okay to add the counter at this price?
Okay, Munir, do you hold any shares of Reliance Industries at the moment?
No, I'm planning to buy. So
Okay, and how short do you want a view for?
No,
Like
no, I'm not hearing, madam.
how short? So how short? Like you said, you want a short-term view. For how long do you want to hold
for
on to it?
6 months. 6 months. Please.
6 months view. Okay, got it. Rajesh, then I will come and ask you your technical analysis of Reliance Industries. Although fundamentally and traditionally it has been a good large cap and strong company, but how does it look like on the charts? Because it has been consistently falling for a couple of months.
So from a short-term view, the stock may continue to consolidate, so may not see a good returns from the current levels. But if he's considering from the long-term perspective, like for a year or more, then the stock is trading around its 200 weekly average. So in the past as well, the stock had rebounded from this key support. So from a short-term avoid, but from a long-term perspective, definitely can buy in a staggered manner.
All right, thanks for that view. With that, let's go across to a caller from Chennai. Hi, Sampath. Thanks for calling in.
Good evening.
Good
I
evening.
hold 700 shares of hudco at 60 rupees, okay?
Okay.
I'm a long-term investor.
All right.
Can I add more or buy Bajaj housing?
Okay, and why did you go for Hudco in the very first place?
Well, fundamentals are very good. I'm going up company. Been
Yes.
watching it for a long time.
And when did you buy it?
Around a year back or so.
Okay, so in a year you have reached a profit of almost 90,000 there. So kudos to you, Sampath.
Yeah.
Mr. Narendra, coming to you on the fundamental aspect, what do you see the investor should stay invested in Hudco for another 1 to 2 years?
Currently, we do not have any recommendation or coverage on the stock, so can't comment on the recommendation aspect. But if you see the overall sector, the sector has been really promising. And even if you see the company's latest agreement in the Andhra to develop the Amravati as a capital and creating a lot of housing spaces. So sectorally, there are tailwinds for the company, and overall, the sector looks good for the long-term investment.
All right. And Rajesh, on the technical front, do you have any opinion?
So last year we did see a strong rally with strong volumes, and this year the prices have corrected with low volume. We are expecting the stock to bounce from the current levels, so can hold on to it. The next resistance come around 235 to 240 levels. As of now, the stock has a strong support around 165 to 170 levels.
Okay, got it. And let's take up another query. Shrikant has written to us on WhatsApp, and he hails from Hyderabad. Now, Shrikant holds 50 shares of Orient Technology at 600 rupees a piece, and he's asking for a long-term view. He's sitting on a loss of close to 15,000 rupees from this investment. The stock was up around 2% in trade today. Orient Technologies, Narendra, I'd like to take your view on this one. Is an IT solutions provider based in Bombay and Mumbai, pardon me. What is your view? Because, you know, although the stock did see a significant rally up till January, if I can say that, but after January, it has seen some kind of fall. What's the reason behind that fall for Orient Technologies? Narendra?
Yeah. We do not cover the company right now, so do not have any recommendations.
Okay, Narendra, I understand that you might not have a recommendation on this because you don't cover, but do you have any view on Orient as a company or even the space, like the IT solution space?
Yeah, see, as I told you, IT, we are cautiously positive, and we are very selective in terms of selecting the companies because in developed markets, if you see, especially the US, wherein things were just turning out to be positive for the IT companies gradually since last quarter. But after the new administration and the volatility which has been there in the sector and the kind of news flows coming in, wherein the IT spending looks like instead of picking up, the companies might cut back on the spending, especially in the bank BFSI segment. So we are cautiously positive on stock basis. Hence, the small companies, very micro cap companies like Orient Technologies, also looks risky as of now.
Okay, got it. And Rajesh, why, I would like to know from you that do you see that Orient Tech will be able to recover at least to its January levels anytime soon, or is it going to take some time?
So January it was trading around 675 levels. So it is half from there. So looks difficult to retest those levels. But from current levels, if there is any bounce towards 375, 380, that should ideally be taken as to exit positions.
All right, thanks for that view. Now we have a caller from Bengaluru. Hi, Krishna. Thanks for calling in. Krishna, yes, please go ahead with your query.
Yeah, I have Geo, okay, 231 shares I have.
Okay, 241? 231,
shares
all right.
So I got everything free when they got separated from Reliance, okay, that is last year. So I am sitting on a profit of 52,000. So it is now down, from 384 level, it is down to 225 today.
Yes.
Should I hold this? I can hold for another 1 or 2 years. 1 year I can hold it.
Okay.
So whether it will go up further from what is the prospect of this company, I would like to know.
All right. Narendra, since he's asking for a long-term view on the counter, as rightly said, that stock has seen a significant decline of about 39% over the past year and approximately over 36% over the last 6 months. So what do you have to say? Are the fundamentals of Jio Financial strong, and should our investor, Mr. Krishna, stay invested in this company?
Yeah, Jio Financial is yet to start its business, or whatever the announcements they have made, they have yet to fully operationalize all those aspects of it. So till then, it becomes very difficult to judge either on the business perspective or on the valuation. Also, we do not have any active coverage and recommendations, so can't recommend right now.
All right. And Rajesh, on the technical front, do you recommend our investor to stay invested?
So around 210, we are seeing strong support. Post listing, we have seen 210 acting as a base. So we're currently at a very good levels. From a long-term view, definitely can hold for a move towards 265 to 270 levels.
Okay, got it. And now we have Paramjeet. He's joining us on the phone line from Punjab. Hi, Paramjeet. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm having IRCTC 1000 shares
at
the rate of 690.
Okay.
Want to know long-term as well as short-term view.
Understood. And Paramjeet, when did you invest in IRCTC?
Recently.
Okay. And how long do you want to hold these shares for?
5 years, 4 years, no problem. If the quarter results are good, then I can hold it.
Okay, understood. Rajesh, I'd like to know your technical view in the long term for IRCTC, because the stock currently trades around 706 levels, and that's quite below its 52-week high of 1,148. So my question one to you would be that in the next 5 years, what is the kind of support level you're seeing, and especially because the stock is currently trading both below its 200 DMA as well as 50 DMA, and is now somewhere trading around a 45.80, that's its PE ratio. So number one, do you think it's expensive, and which levels do you see the stock go up to in the next 5 years?
So as of now, 630 to 650 is a very strong support. In the past, in October 2023, the stock had started rallying from the levels of 630 to 1140. So as of now, the stock is on a strong support. So can hold on to it with that stop loss. On a bounce back, the first level that he needs to check is 822. The chart needs to be rechecked around those levels.
Okay, thanks for that view on IRCTC. Now, viewers will have to slip into a short break. Keep sending in your queries on WhatsApp and call in. We'll be right back for Ask Profit. Stay tuned to NDTV Profit.
He sold most of his stock, 80%, as on that date.
We have requested the management to come and speak to us. They asked us, what questions will you ask? We've sent it to them. They don't want to answer it, so then let's put it to our viewers as well.
7 key questions, right? How is it that 2,000 crore goes unnoticed by all of these auditors?
Is seeking more information on the trades and the all the transaction which has happened from the exchanges, both NSE and BSE.
The Reserve Bank of India's supervisory officers, they are seeking compliance reports on their foreign currency borrowings by these banks.
The DSS is actively engaging with the Reserve Bank of India to sort of ensure the thorough examination of the matter. And
IndusInd Bank, as part of its internal review, had found that certain aspects of its derivatives portfolio was not meeting the standard that was set by the Reserve Bank of India.
Very warm welcome to you all for this NDTV Profit Conclave, which is themed on Viksit Bharat.
A life which is both taking care of your material needs and taking care of your altruistic needs. That will be the true definition of Viksit Bharat.
In my view, we are already out of that slowdown.
For every unloam, you have to have vilom. You can't just keep doing up and up in the trading also. You have to come down. So the correction and healthy correction is a very, very integral part of the market.
The private capital expenditure, from where I sit, I see that private capital expenditure is happening.
Any tariff coming on Indian goods will be passed on to American consumers and Indian companies will not be affected.
We feel fairly good about the fact that we can compete with various folks.
Actually, instead of Viksit Bharat, we should call it Re-Viksit Bharat.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
He sold most of his stock, 80%, as on that date.
We have requested the management to come and speak to us. They asked us, what questions will you ask? We've sent it to them. They don't want to answer it, so then let's put it to our viewers as well.
7 key questions, right? How is it that 2,000 crore goes unnoticed by all of these auditors?
is seeking more information on the trades and the all the transaction which has happened from the exchanges, both NSE and BSE.
The Reserve Bank of India's supervisory officers, they are seeking compliance reports on their foreign currency borrowings by these banks.
The DSS is actively engaging with the Reserve Bank of India to sort of ensure the
Welcome back. You're watching Ask Profit only on NDTV Profit, a show where you ask questions, all your stock related doubts, and we have our guests to answer them. Today we've been joined by Narendra Solanki on the fundamentals and Rajesh Bhosle here to answer all your technical queries. So don't forget to call us on the numbers flashing on your screen. You can also write to us on WhatsApp, but we do urge you to call in so that we can take your questions live. Now we have Srinivas. He's calling us from Chennai. Hi Srinivas, good evening.
Hello.
Hello Srinivas, can you hear me?
Sir, midcap IT stocks, long term, sir, of 10 years, 2-3 stocks, sir, recommendation.
Okay, and Srinivas, why are you interested in mid-cap IT stocks particularly?
10 years, madam.
Okay, no problem. Rajesh, I'd like to come to you on this one. Do you see any IT stocks in the mid-cap space performing well from the long-term perspective? Of course, broader markets recovered well today. They were up above 2%. But IT particularly has been, experiencing some kind of pain due to what's happening globally. So in the long run, do you see any IT stock from the mid-cap space performing well?
So the one stock that comes on radar is Mastech. The Mastech today was in a strong traction, and we are seeing a double bottom formation on a multiple support zone. We expect Mastech to bounce from here towards 3,200 levels. So that's a long target with a stop loss of somewhere around 2,000. So Mastech can be bought 2,000 as a stop loss, 3,200 as a target.
Understood. Great. So Mastech is your choice. And Narendra, what would your choice be? Do you cover any mid-cap IT stocks at the moment? And which ones are you most positive on?
Yeah, we have a Birlasoft. You can go if you see the latest growth. So the sequentially, the constant currency growth was in early single digits, up 2.2%. And the Cyient also we like. And Mastech, of course, also is one of our favorites, wherein you can see the deal pipeline is very good for the company. And the results are also very decent. And these three stocks is getting missed.
All right, thanks for that view. Now we have a caller from Bengaluru. Hi, Shravan, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, how can we help you?
My query is I have 42 shares of HAL.
Okay.
So my average price is 2093.
Okay.
Okay. And currently I'm trading on a profit of 64K.
Yes.
But it is drastically down. The share was around 5,000 rupees. Now it is 3,600 level. So
yes.
Should the share value will go up in the upcoming months? Or it is better to get out of it.
So for how long are you planning to hold this company?
I can hold for another 2 years. Sir.
Another 2 years. Okay, so you're looking for a long-term view on it. I'd like to take the fundamental view. Like over the past 1 month, HL stock price has experienced fluctuations but remains relatively stable compared to its historical performance. So Narendra, what do you have to say on this company from the fundamental aspect?
Overall, the defense segment is one of the high growth sectors right now. And if you see the size of the sector, it is very small in terms of the defense spending we see annually. So there's a lot of room for growth. So definitely the sector tailwinds are there for domestic companies, and HAL is one of the largest companies. However, instead of HAL, instead of platform companies, I would rather say, We like component suppliers more, like Bharat Electronics, then Data Patterns is there, Paras Defense is there, because the component suppliers have a larger share in terms of providing components to different platform providers, and the companies like HL has a very huge and scattered kind of order book, and the approvals timeline is also very long. So, for example, if you see the Tejas project, so the approval pipeline for Tejas and the production pipeline is dependent on a lot of various factors. So, this is hampering the medium-term growth. So, if he wants to be in the Hindustan or HAL, then be prepared for a longer haul of time horizon of between 3 to 5 years.
Okay, great. And now we have another caller. Amol is joining us from Noida. Hi, Amol. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Please ask away your question.
I'm holding Ambuja Cements, 150 shares at 495 rupees.
Okay.
And I want a short-term view on this stock.
Understood. And how short are we looking at?
Yeah, maybe around 1 month. Yeah.
Just a month?
Yeah.
Okay. Rajesh, what's your view on Ambuja Cement? Our viewer Amol holds 150 shares at 495 rupees a piece. The stock did not do that well in the stock market, but did have a very blockbuster performance in Q3. Do you think Ambuja Cement will be able to, rise above its average moving price?
So as of now, the stock has started bouncing from its 200 weekly moving average, and on the daily chart, we are seeing some higher bottom structure. So with a stop loss of 479, he can hold it for a targets of somewhere around 530. So 530 is a very steep resistance from 1 month point of view. So he can look to book around those level with a stop loss of 470.
Right, thanks for that view. Now, just a disclaimer, NDTV Profit is a subsidiary of AMG Media Networks and Adani Group company. And we have a caller from Hyderabad. Hi, Prabhakar. Good evening.
Yeah, very good evening.
Yes, how can we help you, Prabhakar?
In the month of the last June, I purchased ahluwalia contract shares at 500 and I made average like that at the price of 975.
All right.
Right now I am holding 1100 shares with an average price of 975. So I want a long-term view for 3 years. What is the view on this stock?
All right, and you bought it at 977. Currently, it's trading at 742. So, Narendra, on the fundamental aspect, since the stock was up over 1%, in trade today, but still, are you positive on this company for long term? Do you advise Prabhakar to stay invested in it?
See, currently we have a sell rating on the stock because the performance has not been up to the mark. However, there has been reasons for the lack of performance. One is because we had the election year last year, and also the elongated heat wave cycle, and post that the capex also slowed down. We have seen from the government side. However, having said that, I think overall performance has also been not satisfactory for the company. So he can definitely go for another stock, either in the similar sector, or you can opt for a completely different company in different sector.
All right. So you're suggesting a sell on ahluwalia contracts, but do you have any suggestions also?
So yeah, even if the sector he wants to remain the same, then there is one company, EMS Limited, which he can switch to if it is into the water and sewerage management and construction AMPC projects kind of business. And a lot of government infrastructure is focused in improving the urban infrastructure, especially the water treatment plants, sewage treatment plants, etc. So definitely this company has a very good long prospects. Even the order book position is also very good with the company, so you can invest into this.
Okay, got it. And now we have Sanjay. He's calling us from Chennai. Hi Sanjay, good evening.
Hi, good evening. This is regarding Axis Bank.
Okay.
I got 125 shares at 1,150.
Okay.
So I would like to know whether if you move above 1,150 or I should book profit and then we will go down again.
Okay, so just to confirm, you bought these shares at 1,050 rupees, right?
1,150.
1,150 rupees. Okay, we'll correct
Yes.
that. And when did you purchase these shares?
It is a month back I purchased, so just want to know
Okay, okay.
whether it will go back again. It came back, but I don't know whether it will go down again or it will go.
Okay, understood. Rajesh, I'll take your view on Axis Bank at the moment. Sanjay holds 126 shares at 1,050 rupees a piece. He wants a short-term view and is asking if the stock will be able to surpass his buying price. What's your view?
So as of now, we are seeing positive formation on Axis Bank, and with a stop loss below recent lows of 1,000 can be held, expecting a bounce back towards 1140, which is the stock's 200 DMA. So as of now, hold 1,000 will be the stop loss, and 1140 will be the immediate target.
All right, thanks for that view. With that, let's go across to a caller from Bengaluru. Hi, Srinidhi, good evening.
Good evening. My question is, I have Amara shares. I have 20 shares.
Yes.
So I bought it at 676 rupees.
All right.
Okay, currently it is 1,006.
Yes.
So I'm sitting on a profit of 7K.
Yes.
The price is come down drastically, from 1,500 level to 1,006 level at the moment. It is whether it will go up further, and I would like to know the technical chart of this company. And I can hold for 2 years. So should I hold or come out of this counter?
All right. So Narendra, since he's looking for a long-term view, currently it's trading at 1,006, which he rightly corrected at. And although it was up over 3% in trade today, but Amara Raja is expanding into lithium-ion battery technology and energy storage solutions, which are expected to drive future growth. So do you see it as a positive for the company's fundamental?
Currently, we have a hold rating, so you can continue to hold the stock. However, the lithium-ion plants, we have to see how things ramp up, because because these are new technological units, and the volume is a key wherein the company can leverage with it. So the performance of the company would remain dependent on the lithium ions. Although this is a new technology, so there are also risks of change in technology, because right now EV space is still in a developing stage, wherein the battery tech is consistently evolving over a period of time. So keeping these risks in mind, you can continue to hold right now.
Right. And Rajesh, on the technical front, what are the projections of Amara Raja faring on the charts?
So on a short term, definitely we are expecting bounce back in this counter, possibly back towards 1150. The stock since last couple of months have formed a base somewhere around 930. So that can be kept as a stop loss. And on the high side, 1150 to 1200 will be the immediate targets.
Okay, got it. And now let's take up another WhatsApp query. Naresh has written to us from Telangana. He holds 100 shares of Tanla platforms at 725 rupees a piece. And Naresh is currently sitting on a loss of close to 30,000 from this investment. Tanla platforms was up 4%, over 4% up in trade today. I'd like to know your view on this, Rajesh, because we do not know whether he wants to hold it for a long or short time. But what is interesting about the stock is that it has seen a significant downward trend since October 2024, but volumes have increased on the other hand. And the dividend payout of this company is quite good too, and it belongs from a unique space. Tell us if Tanla platforms will be able to surpass 725 levels anytime soon, and what's the overall view?
So overall, 725 looks difficult for now. This stock is underperforming, but somewhere around 410, 420, we are seeing some kind of base formation. Today also it was up by around 4%. So can hold down to it. Stop loss will be somewhere around 420. On a bounce, first resistance would be somewhere around 500 to 520 levels.
Okay, thanks for that view. Now we have a caller from Mumbai. Hi, Rakhi. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, how can we help you, Rakhi?
Yeah, so I wanted to know about Tata Chemicals.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have purchased around 360 shares.
All right.
The average price is 1116 rupees. and I am at a loss of around 1 lakh rupees.
Yes, yes.
So should I hold? Should I like what should I do with this?
Yeah. Narendra, coming to you on the fundamental aspect, currently it's trading at 818 rupees, and although it was up over 1% in trade today, but what do you have to say on the fundamentals of the company? Are you positive on Tata Chemicals?
Currently, we do not have any recommendation on the stock. However, coming to the overall sector, the chemical sector has still not been performing up to the mark. The price erosion and the demand erosion, which we have seen in last 3 or 4 quarters, so that erosion has stopped. However, we have yet to see a significant pickup in the demand. And even if you see the overall industrial production in the China, so that has also not happening because the demand in China is also still not strong overall for the sector. So I think this would take another quarter or two to recover and go back to the trajectory which the sector was before few quarters back. So I think 1 to 2 quarter one should have to wait in order to see some kind of a bounce back in the overall sector.
Okay, got it. And now we have another WhatsApp query. Niva has written to us from Chennai, and she's inquiring whether this is the right time to enter Zydus Life Sciences. Now, if you look at the charts today, the way it performed, it was up and over 1%, and it's currently trading around 900 levels. Rajesh, do you see that, Zydus Life Sciences, is this the right time firstly to enter? Is it expensive? Should we wait to enter the stock? And what is the kind of target price that you're seeing for the stock in the coming 1 or 2 years?
So as of now, we are seeing low volume in this counter, but somewhere around 920 is a stiff resistance. Once 920 crossed, on a confirmation can be bought for a targets of around 1050 to 1100. So need to wait about 925. On the lower side, 870 to 865 is a very strong support for the counter.
All right. Thanks for that view. With that, we have a WhatsApp query from Chennai. So Niva has written to us about Zydus Life Sciences. Okay, we've taken that query. We have Sunny's query from Mumbai. Canara Bank, he's bought 401 shares at 113.50, and he hasn't mentioned the time horizon, whether he's looking for a long-term view or a short-term view. So, Narendra, coming to you on the fundamental aspect, Canara Bank is a significant player in the Indian banking sector with a solid market capitalization and attractive PE ratio. So, what do you have to say on that front? Do you, have any outlook on this bank?
See, Canara Bank, we do not have a specific recommendation, but if we look at the overall sector, both the public sector banks and the private sector banks have been performing well. Even the public sector banks have shown significant improvements in their overall profitability, and the balance sheet has also improved. Going ahead, overall, we see the banking sector to continue to perform, especially the PSU sector to continue to show good numbers, although there are some risk remains on the unsecured lending portfolio. However, we think that should not be threatening for the overall banking sector. So overall, we like banking sector, and instead of Canara Bank, I think in the similar space, one can go for Indian Bank, and then J&K Bank is also one of the stocks which we like in terms of mid-tier banks. And in larger banks, one can definitely go for ICICI Bank and SBI Bank. Yeah.
Got it. And now we have Satyanarayan. He's calling us from Chennai. Hi, Satyanarayan. What's your question?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Yeah. Happy Tuesday to all of you. I really enjoy watching NDTV Profit. Always look for it. So my query is I hold the Ujjivan small finance of around 7,000 shares on an average of 36.56. So I want to hold for at least for a year to 2 years term. I want to understand the long-term view of this.
Understood. Firstly, thank you so much for complimenting us, Satyanarayan, and that brings a smile to our faces and makes us feel really good about our job. So thank you so much. And I'll take up your query. Narendra, what's your view on Ujjivan Small Finance Bank? Our viewer holds 7,000 shares at 36.56 rupees a piece. The stock has not seen, a good performance in the past 1 year or so. And in the long term as well, a lot of analysts and experts have told that this particular space where small finance bank hails from could see some pain with regards to credit costs and asset quality. Give us your sense.
Yeah, definitely. The small finance space, especially, has been witnessing a lot of stress, even in not even in unsecured portfolio, there has been some rise in delinquencies. So definitely, this has been the case for the Ujjivan as well. However, the bank has recently sold off its non-performing stress loan portfolio assets for around 34 something crore. However, I think it is better to wait for some more quarters in order to see the results, how things pan out, and how how the bank reports its growth going ahead, and then only one can take a call on that.
All
So it's
right.
better to stay away as of now.
All right. Thanks for that view. And with that, I'm afraid that we are running short on time. But thank you so much, Narendra and Rajesh, for being there on the show with us and, solving all our queries so patiently. Thank you. Thank you for being there. And viewers, with that, it's a wrap on Ask Profits edition. But stay tuned to NDTV Profit. There's more lined up ahead.
He sold most of his stock, 80%, as on that date.
We have requested the management to come and speak to us. They asked us what